In case you needed more evidence proving the thesis that this whole DOGE government efficiency thing is a total grift, look no further than President Musk's orange minion the other day announcing approval of a $1 trillion defense budget. $1 trillion. We're not at war with anybody, but we're going to raise the Department of Defense spending to $1 trillion. And this is defense. This is the Department of Defense. The Department of Defense has a special kind of budget, right? Because there's the budget that we all get to see, and then there's the black budget that we don't get to see. And then there's sneaky little budgets for the Department of Defense that get snuck into things like the State Department and stuff like that. So we're going to raise that to $1 trillion. The Defense Department is the repository for wasteful spending. We've conducted audits for years of the federal government, and there's waste in most departments. It's a huge endeavor. But the Department of Defense wastes money on a biblical scale. It is epic, the amount of money that is wasted and transferred and unaccounted for in the Department of Defense. USAID gets cut. Department of Education gets cut. Department of Defense gets a raise. Why? Why? Well, this attaches to the second thesis, in which we make the claim that the right and conservatives define wasteful spending differently than the rest of us. For the right, wasteful spending is spending on those people, working people, poor people, people who've hit hard times, things that make life easier and better and provide opportunities for working people. That's wasteful spending. When they say wasteful spending, that's what they're talking about. There's no other way to explain their policies. The Department of Defense, on the other hand, is the world's biggest feeding trough of corporate money to the billionaire class, virtually unaccounted for. And that's what they want. That is the kind of spending that they're looking at. That is the good stuff. That's the stuff that President Musk has his own contracts in, where the Department of Defense, not the Department of Education, not USAID, not Medicare or Medicaid, the Department of Defense. Folks, this is a grift. It's a grift from the very top. And we need to understand this.